Hello, we've finally broken the back of the heat across coastal areas, but still the heat lingers across the interior, and the remnants of the tropical troublemaker, still a fair bit of moisture with that. That is that whole swirl there, and you look at this other lump and say, what's that? That will be another cyclone. That's probably going to be June. That'll churn its way towards New Caledonia across the Coral Sea in the coming day or so. But this whole mass is still oozing its way in across parts of Western Australia. The cooler air with our front that's been working in the air from the Southern Ocean as opposed to the interior, so temperatures at least a little bit better as you run into the course of the weekend. Yeah, I know you've got the 40s, but the cooler air is coming in. We go through the course of later Friday into the weekend. Look at that, 28, 23, and you can see how the colours change. We push the heat back, and we're just saying like, boom, back you go as the cooler sou'wester works in. The heat, though, heads west. As the high builds around, flow from the interior goes that way. So look at Perth. You'll be well into the 30s over the course of the weekend. Weather-wise, any different systems of sorts going on? That whole area of moisture, and the monsoon is really just ramping into high gear. It's just sort of churning away. You can see all the heavier showers there, the tropical ones to northern parts of the Northern Territory. That lump works in. Our high moves through, brings in the Southern Ocean to parts of coastal Victoria and South Australia. So everyone goes, finally, not as hot. So we push the heat back to the interior as we run through the weekend. Alice Springs, even a little bit cooler with some showers, 28. Look at that, Adelaide and Melbourne, 20s, that's better. Perth, though, you're on the hot side because, of course, the heat from the interior and the flow around the high heads your way. Cairns, 32. Sydney, you're about 31. As we run through the second half of the weekend, all this stuff, big blue monstrous source, really just tropical moisture oozing its way in there as that low just lingers. But it's lost its warm water source, so it is just an area of moisture. But the monsoon still trying to feed a bit more in. Further south and east, weak trough flicks by. And, of course, notice, what do we have here? That's our tropical troublemaker. Could briefly become a Category 2, wind gusts around 100 kilometres an hour or so, weakening slowly into the cooler waters as it gets south of New Caledonia. But that's a good lump of wind and rain moving towards New Zealand as we head through the course of early next week. That's the weather for now.